Surprise, everybody. Welcome back to Spirited Convos. Yes, we're not in my living room or at my piano. We are shooting, live streaming from Joy District. I know that we talked about Hubbard Inn, but it's such a beautiful night. And as you all know, Chicago is slowly reopening, and we are definitely trying to support our local restaurants and bars in Chicago. And so here we are. And apparently it's a great place to be tonight. We missed a little bit of the rain. So I was going to sing a song, but there's background music, so we'll skip right over to the good stuff. I don't know how many of you have been here, but we're at 112 West Hubbard Street, right downtown. I see Jennifer Warp in the house. Thanks for always joining, Jenny. It's a gorgeous night. Look at this place. Beautiful. You feel like you're on vacation. You don't feel like you're in Chicago unless you're sitting right here, and you can see this amazing view behind me with all the awesome buildings. But yes, so I was going to sing a Shaggy song, Joy You Bring. So just remember that song in your head. And I was going to shout out to Marty Friedman because he introduced me to Shaggy, and it would have been appropriate for tonight. Hi, Aunt Phyllis. But I would like to take a second to welcome our special guest tonight, who is the corporate executive chef for 8 Hospitality, which is Joy District and Hubbard Inn and many other properties here in Chicago. So please help me warmly welcome Eric Babala. He's going to sneak in from the side. We don't even have to bring him in from another place. So,
friends.
Hey, scooch in. Say hi to everybody on Spirited Convos.
Well, hello. Very, very, very happy to be back. So,
yeah,
we didn't get much downtime, but again, happy to be back serving real guests.
3 months wasn't a lot.
I kept going. There was a lot to figure out, a lot to redo, but no, having the crews back, having the guests back, having this energy back is tremendous.
And it might sound a little loud here, but there's also a lot of music happening. But it's not a bad spot. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been in Chicago for almost 20 years, moved up here to go to culinary school, not really thinking that cooking forever was the idea, but got in, fell in love, have never left. So cooked all over the city at fine dining, every ethnic background that there can be, and finally landed a fun job where I get to oversee multiple locations and multiple concepts, but actually get to sleep in my own house, which is fantastic. My wife is extraordinarily happy about that. So
I bet. Yes. So actually, our food just arrived. We're kind of ahead of the game tonight. It's been interesting. So, Eric, you were talking about how many different types of ethnic foods you prepare. And tonight, what do we have?
So yeah, with Joy District, we've never served food on the roof just because the kitchen is in the basement, and we are 5 flights of stairs up from that. But with only being able to reopen outdoor spaces, the front sidewalk patio, and this rooftop space, we know people wanted to get our food, and we wanted to show it to them. So we offered all these items. We're doing 3 kinds of flatbreads or pizzas. There's a traditional margarita with melted tomatoes and a balsamic reduction. We do a smash style burger, so think steak and shake, but way better.
Way better than steak and shake? Is it possible? Yes.
I didn't think so,
possible.
But I think we might have made it happen. So brioche bun, lettuce, tomato, onion. We make a house spicier dill pickle that just blows your mind, and our signature Joy sauce that I will take that recipe to the grave with me.
So there's no convincing you to tell us what's in the Joy sauce?
Honestly, if I could tell you, I would.
Does your wife know?
She doesn't. She doesn't. She never will. Again, that's going straight to the vault. There may be 2 other people that know how to make it, and I'll have to kill them too.
Oh, well, it looks amazing. I know that my Brian here has taken some great shots of the food. And we're also, of course, don't ever forget that on this show, we do drink wine. So tonight, we thought it would be a nice pairing. So for those of you at home, you saw the burger. I can't wait. My mouth is watering. And that margarita pizza looks great. And so don't forget, you can always pair it with a red wine.
Right.
So, and I have my mask on my sleeve
I'm
because
sure there's few things you can't pair with a good wine.
yes. So we're going to pour the Penfolds Max's Cab for both of us.
Not gonna fight you. I should be able to clock out pretty soon.
So cheers
Salud.
to that. Oh my gosh, just really beautiful wine, and stands up to,
Not super tannic.
no, not very tannic. Also stands up to your burger, your pizzas, and also, you know, if you're having a steak or you're feeling like that, amazing. These steak fries look awesome.
Glad you like them. Yeah,
So-
let's do a sea salt and some herb oil and a little bit of some herbs and a little bit of garlic oil. And we haven't got any complaints.
I am not complaining. Delicious.
And if you're up here popping bottles or doing 1942 shots, the food comes in extraordinarily handy. We've sold more than we thought we were going to, for sure.
So we've talked about 1942, and Don Julio is a favorite. I hope later tonight I will be able to have one of those.
Soon,
Maybe we
as soon
can
as the
share
camera
one.
clicks off, we might be able to check that out.
But I also want to talk a little bit about the restaurant itself. I know because we're opening Chicago, people are a little wary about going out, and there are so many places that are opening now. What are you guys doing to protect your customers and your staff?
It's an extraordinarily long list. You know, no one enters the building or is supposed to be up from a seated position without wearing a mask. Our entire staff is masks, gloves. We're being insane about hand washing, any kind of cross contamination. Our boss actually bought home tests for both coronavirus and for antibodies to no lack of expense whatsoever. He spent way too much money. But as everybody's coming back from being off for this pandemic situation, making sure that we're taking everybody's temperatures on a daily basis and making sure that they get one of those tests before they're allowed to be scheduled. And again, just being super particular with cleanliness, wiping down everything, hand sanitizer in every corner. You have to use it upon entering the building as far as all the guests go. So we are making sure that we're on the forefront of safety because if this happens again, obviously we're getting shut down.
Yeah.
And we won't allow that to happen.
We want to make sure that we're, welcoming people back in a safe way. And I will say, and I know Carl back there, my guy in the studio, has some pictures that I took when I was here earlier, and just kind of trying to show you how they're protecting everybody. There's plexiglass in between each booth. The menus are contactless, so they're a QR code. There's one, he's going to pop it up here. Oh, look at that beautiful sun kissed. I love it. This is a great area with the swing.
Perfect time.
There's the QR code menu, and basically, I don't know how many people have used something like this before. I hadn't really, but you just hover, you open your camera, you hover it over the QR code, and it'll pop the menu up.
Yep.
So, they do have bottle service. They also have by the glass and a nice, lovely menu, not of just the burger and the pizza, but I know there's buttermilk, chicken, tenders, boneless.
Call them boneless wings.
That I've heard are awesome.
It's a chicken tender, and they've gone over very, very well. I was really surprised about that. We just added 3 tacos to the menus. We have a steak one, we have another fried chicken one, and then we have a vegetarian buffalo cauliflower one that's got a pickled carrot and celery, some blue cheese crumbs, and then for the eventual sweet tooth, we have a giant cookie that's covered in ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate sauce and everything under the sun. So
that sounds pretty good. I know someone who would really get into that.
I might have tried it out a few times. Too many.
And it would go great with Penfolds Max's
really
Cap.
would.
Just saying. So, as my mask is hanging off my mouth, I like to keep it close just in case.
Safety.
Safety first, people. Hashtag safety first. But also, this is not the only restaurant concept for 8 Hospitality. There's Joy District. And what else?
So we have Joy District and Hubbard Inn that are right next to each other here in River North. They literally share a wall, two very, very different concepts, but both mainstays of this neighborhood by far, over a decade old each. Then in Lincoln Park, we have the Dime, which is on Lincoln, the 2200 block. We have Old Ground Social on the corner of Wrightwood and Lincoln. Both very sports oriented, much more in that stuff, but we're still able to do some really, really cool, fun food. And then our last that we're reopening also this week is HVAC, which is catty corner to Rigby Field.
A lot of people know HVAC.
Oh yeah.
Also,
music venue and
live music too. So don't forget, I do sing and play keys.
I heard, so I know that we're taking bookings as we speak.
So gooey, here we come. Or larceny.
I'll bring up my kazoo.
Yeah. Bring out your kazoo and some of these fries, please.
Done and done.
And maybe a shot of Don Julio 1942 and something like that. Actually, there was so there's also in this building there's 3 different levels. So it's a large building, but I think the last that we talked. You're trying to focus a little bit more on the food and not so much like the club atmosphere.
Yeah, previous to all this fun, we only offered food on the first floor. Again, a lot of stairs, but we now have very, very, very strong food runners who are mad at me all the time. But it was the main floor was parlay, and we tried to really focus that towards sports-oriented stuff. Put up TVs everywhere. Still can have the party, and it really, really more sports-oriented. Joy District, the proper, is the second floor, and it's 40-foot ceilings and a ridiculous light ensemble, and that is our club proper. And I've seen DJ Khaled, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Ludacris was there. I met Guy Fieri. So, little stuff like that. And then we're on the rooftop right now, which, when in Chicago, you only get these few months to enjoy this. So you have to enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the new concepts are open now. Right?
Yes, they are. So we've had 3 of them open for about a week. Between HVAC, Old Grounds, and Joy District because we have that much outdoor space that we are allowed to. But as of Friday, we can open to the inside up to 25%. So the Dime and Hubbard Inn will both be opening to a certain amount, so please get your reservations in now. It's going to go hopefully very, very, very quickly, and hopefully we're going to blow everybody's socks off one more time.
I have a question. So originally we were supposed to be focusing on Hubbard Inn. What's the difference in the menu?
Very, very different. So this is much more easy comfort food. I try to be as international and as fun as possible with the Hubbard Inn menu. So we have items like an Alaskan king crab. That's a boat cut with a smoked leek sous vide and pickled rutabaga. We do a duck and truffle risotto. So take the proper risotto, cut it and form it into croquettes. It's almost like an arancini.
Okay.
And it gets topped with a duck confit, some soft scrambled eggs, and a truffle paste. And it's gone over very, very well with all the tastings that I've done so far. So.
All right. I'm not going to say that I'm really looking forward to heading over to Hubbard Inn soon to try all those awesome things. And I know.
We've got about 48 hours to get it ready.
Yeah, I know. So. You're a busy guy, and I truly appreciate your time. Now, Eric Garcia is the other manager. He does a lot of the wine, and I know he is going for his Master Somm. He couldn't be here today. Wink, wink. I know you're going to watch this, Eric, and we wish you were here. And we know how busy you are, but you owe me one. Just saying.
And honestly, he and I collaborating on food, wine, beer, any kind of alcohol pairings has been fantastic. Like you said, he's already a level 2, working on his Master Somm certification, and the beverage program that he's putting together, I could not be more excited.
I can't wait for it because that's my bag. Along with the food too, so it's a great combo. I don't know. What do you want to say to the Spirited Combos?
That's about it.
followers?
Like I said, we're just very, very, very happy to be back up and running. We made it. We made it through barely. We know there's so many restaurants around Chicago that have not gotten this chance to outlast all of this closure, and it's very, very sad. We are happy to have made it through. We've been trying to do as much as we can to help all of the employees, all of the frontline workers that have been working throughout this, or people that have been displaced by jobs. We've been doing weekly donations and trying to make everybody happy. So hopefully karma shine down on us and the doors are open. Everyone's flooding back in. We couldn't be more excited to see you again. So please come see us.
Karma is a good thing. And like I mentioned in my post earlier today, when you come here on the rooftop, and actually in the rest of the space, it's actually really gorgeous. You feel like you're on vacation. They have corner seating, like, thank you, Carl. Just a really beautiful spot in the summer. Even when the sun sets, the sun's going to set about 8 o'clock, 8:15 tonight. A really nice. What time are you open until, by the way?
We are doing last call for food around 11, and then legally we have everybody out the door at midnight.
Okay.
So we are able to send that last round out, let everyone kind of enjoy themselves, and then slowly shoo them all out the door. So.
Right. Well, I want to just thank you so much for being here.
Well, cheers to
I
this.
can't wait
This is
to
fantastic.
see you after the show. And normally I would say, meet me in the green room. There's like appetizers and drinks and all kinds of things like that. But no, seriously, there really are appetizers. There really are
And
drinks.
plenty of drinks.
And there's really food. Brian, I love Brian. So Brian's my camera guy. He's giving
making
you
use of the space, that's for
a
sure.
clear view of this space. You can't tell he's not having fun. Yeah, he doesn't get out much either.
It's true. It's true. You can tell by the complexion.
I love it. Well, cheers. Let's eat a fry together.
You've been sitting here.
This is Carl.
Hi, Gar.
Carl. I want
Up for you? Empty glass. No.
Hold on. Let me pour you something. I can't.
And that crisp is a little bit of cornmeal.
Super fun.
Add some crunch.
And so let's see what we've got. We got How Do You Eat That Burger? It's huge. That's Mike Larson. You know what? I'll tell you in about 10 minutes. Unless you want me to try to take a bite right now.
Stance. If you're going to try and take a bite and wipe your hands, don't even bother. That's you start and you don't finish until it's done.
I kind of want to take a bite, but I think it would be really messy.
It's just hot.
And I don't think that you'd all want to see that, would you? Hi, Mika. I see you there. $10 if I take a bite?
Absolutely. I got cash.
All right.
Remove the stick for
Here we go, guys.
You need the Italian stance. Maybe not the best burger for a first date, but once you've been married for a while, you've been in a relationship.
Guess what?
Second day is perfect.
We have masks for a reason. Nobody can tell what's happening under there. That is amazing burger. It has also this tart spice at the end. Yeah.
That's that secret sauce.
The secret sauce, people. It's the secret sauce. We might have to torture him later to get the recipe.
At least steal my thumb so you can get into my Google Drive.
Okay. All right. So good. These are the buttermilk
Buttermilk marinated boneless wing.
Marinated boneless wings.
In there. I hope you brought your parachute. It's gonna blow you away. I'm sorry, no, yeah, you're not there. That can be edited out, right? No, it can't.
They're good, right?
That's the reaction you get. That's what I want from
I
every
took
table.
too big of a bite. It was amazing, though. And if I had a parachute, I wouldn't make it very far. I'd be like, slap. Probably right in front of Brian's car. Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you for having us.
We'll be here for a little while because I think we're going to finish all this food. We're going to eat every last bite.
To-go box is ready.
Okay, so don't forget about, us little people when you're kicking off
to the big town.
Hubbard Inn. I will be there within the week
As you
to
should.
experience the duck.
I'll set up the reservation right now.
Right now.
Free?
Right now.
Carl?
Right now. When are we going? Hubbard.
It's not that long.
It's right next door at 115 West Hubbard.
110 for Hubbard and then
Oh, I'm sorry.
112 for
20 minutes sound
I'm
good?
sorry, 110.
20 minutes from now?
20 minutes?
Perfect.
Private.
We'll go fire up the grill.
Are we going to do private? Carl, will you be there?
Carl,
And Carl just celebrated his anniversary with Chris. Right?
Carl,
It's a celebrating. As good as being
So speaking of Carl and Carl's wife, Chris, don't forget about your Nick and Bella bracelet that she actually handmade herself. And we all have that, but we forgot to wear them. We will wear them. So nickandbella.com. Lovely. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm gonna close out the show with a last little quote, which I actually read. We should talk a little bit about Carmen Rossi, he's the man behind the restaurant.
8 Hospitality.
8 Hospitality. Young. Will you tell us about him?
Young entrepreneur. He's dabbled in a number of different things. He sits, I believe, on the Board of Commerce. He is a professor in law at the University of Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, from Frankfort, Illinois. And he's made some incredibly smart financial decisions in life. And one of them was putting together a number of restaurants that were struggling a little bit until he got involved. Then he brought on hopefully very, very smart people like myself, our director of operations, the general manager, Eric, that we talked about earlier, several other people to come in, restructure, and turn 8 Hospitality into a profitable business. And we have nothing but plans to go forward and expand in the future. So very, very excited. And hopefully I'll be coming to a town near you.
Yes, hopefully. And I would like to just comment, when I was reading a little bit about 8 Hospitality, I came across this quote and I thought, right now, it's totally appropriate for where we are right now. It's really hard to kind of put these things into words. And so I'm going to, read this quote and close our show with this quote. Whether you get knocked down in business or experience a personal crisis, it's incredibly important to remember that this is a wonderful opportunity to develop courage, strength, and perseverance that will catapult you to a whole new level. The champions, the icons, and legends, they never let crisis define them. Instead, they use that failure, they use that adversity as a springboard to not only greater success, but to growth. Become the best version of themselves. And I can't think of a better way to kind of define where we all are at this time, and a way to get us from here to there. And so I would like to thank you so much for joining us and for keeping the torch lit. And I also want to thank my colleagues, my friends, Brian Schnorr and Carl Limo, who throughout COVID, and Courtney Treadwell were nice enough and believed in me enough to go on this journey where we never know what's going to lead to. You're kind of walking in the dark, but it's always great to have people there backing you up. And so thank you so much. A wonderful Spirited Convos from the rooftop at Joy District. So please enjoy your evenings. Drink your wine. You got to watch me eat that big burger, and I'm going to finish that sucker. And I'll see you next week. So.